So I'm reading some excerpts from a memoir that I've written about my conversion to Judaism. Can you hear me in the back? So not too long ago, I converted to Judaism, and I've written a book about it. It's kind of still in progress, called Naked at the Seder Table, Will I Ever Be Jewish Enough? Mikveh at Cape Cod. Smooth stones and sharp shells, cold sand, brisk wind. Small whitecaps make the water look rough, more like the ocean than the bay. A family flies a kite, a couple holding hands. 3 elderly women strolling arm in arm. A dog trots up the beach, big stick in his mouth. Drizzling rain mixes with the salty mist, shafts of sunlight peeking through the clouds. Tide pools hold entire worlds of sea life, trapped in a microcosm, awaiting the next high tide that will free them. It's the last day of our interfaith prayer group retreat. Feeling brave, I kick off my Dr. Scholl sandals, step out of my capris, and declare, I'm going in. Denise decides to join me. Her laughter rides the wind like seagull's song as we run toward the water. I rip off my sweater and plaid flannel shirt, dropping them on the sand. I peel off my tank top, still running. I unhook and discard my bra. Like a heron, Denise is tall and impossibly thin, no body fat. Better dressed for the occasion, she pulls off her sweatshirt. She's wearing a lycra tank top and running shorts underneath. I am squat and round, all belly and breast, sturdy thighs and thick ankles absorbing the shock as I propel myself toward the frigid surf. So cold, what are we doing? Denise laughs. I'm doing a mikveh. I'll need your help. A what? A mikveh. Think Jewish baptism. The Christians got that from us. A fresh start, a rebirth, a ritual. I've never done that. What do we do? In water up to my waist, I pull the elastic bands off my ponytails and hand them to her. Put these on your wrist. Nothing can come between me and the water. I'll dunk all the way under. You watch and see that my hair doesn't float up. If I get all the way under, when I come up, you yell, kosher. Then I'll make a blessing and go back down. I have to do it 3 times. Standing first on my right leg and then on my left, I pull off my panties. Here, hold these. Oh my God, Denise laughs. 7 is the mystical number of completion, and one takes 7 steps to enter a mikveh. So I half step, half swim forward 7 paces, to water up to my neck, while Denise yells back to our friends gathering on the beach, she's doing a Jewish thing. I'm holding her panties. She's going under. I dive under and feel the wave pushing me back. I surface. Kosher! I go under again, giddy with delight. Kosher! I make the blessing, take a deep breath, submerge a 3rd time, feeling my heart race as my chest expands, holding this breath until it cries for release. Springing to the surface, singing the Shema, I hear Denise laughing. I'm renewed, a vessel of joy, hope, rebirth. Am I Jewish now? Denise asks. She yells back to our friends on the shore, I think she made me Jewish. We laugh and float on our backs, looking up at the sky until our chattering teeth send out the Morse code message, you are freezing, get out of the water. We swim to the shore and I run naked up the beach, gathering my clothes. My retreat companions are ready with towels and sweatshirts as I fly into their arms. I feel so safe and happy. It's the last time that I will feel safe and happy. The sands of my life are about to shift. Waves beyond my control will soon knock me off my feet, rip the air from my lungs, and pummel my family on the rocks. What will I be if Dennis doesn't make it through this? What will I be when I'm no longer his wife? I push my plastic tray along the hospital cafeteria salad bar, tentatively filling my plate with cottage cheese and beets and peas that I won't eat. My children will move away, starting their own lives. I'll need to rent out my house to pay the mortgage. I'll live here and there, out of my car, at the campground on Long Island, Wildwood State Park, the one with the beach. My cat Moses will die too. All cats die. Maybe I'll volunteer at a cat shelter. They don't let homeless people adopt pets, so I'll have to be a volunteer because I'll be homeless. Dennis is my home. I'm wearing my wedding ring again. For 2 decades, it's been off my finger more than on. My finger itches and swells when I wear my ring. For years, I thought I was allergic to gold, but then I was diagnosed with psoriasis. Now, if it gets red and itchy, I have a steroid cream. Still, I'm not in the habit of wearing it every day. I took my ring for granted, just as I've taken Dennis for granted. Now I feel like I won't be a wife for long. When you love your husband, you're never married long enough. For over a year, Dennis and I have been planning a big party for our 25th wedding anniversary. Rabbi Jonathan's going to renew our vows under a huppah in the backyard. Our friends and family have already bought their plane tickets. I've been pricing cases of champagne, and I've already started baking and freezing cookies. Wedding cookies freeze well. My friend Robert's going to play I Knew the Bride When She Used to Rock and Roll and Steve Miller Band's True Fine Love. My friend Kathleen is flying in from Alaska to sing Al Green's Let's Stay Together. And I can see it all in my head, the tent, the lanterns, the kids and their friends dancing. I've been growing my hair so I can wear the traditional bridal comb from Spain that Aunt Elsie gave me. It's a family heirloom. The comb will look lovely with Grandma Rosa's lace mantilla. I have to cancel this party. Insurance copays have eaten up all our money, and Dennis is too sick. He's immune compromised. I pay for my salad, but instead of eating it, I leave the hospital and go to a walk-in salon. I want you to shave my head, I tell the woman at the counter. Do you have lice? She looks at me suspiciously. No, my husband has throat cancer, stage 4. I'm tired of washing my hair in the hospital bathroom sink. You want me to shave it? All of it? Yes, I want to shave it and get a wig or a bandana or a wig. Your hair's pretty long. Do you want me to braid it for you? Braids will make your life easier. Easier? Nothing will make my life easier. Take it all off. Good wigs are expensive. She leads me to the chair, and she runs a brush through my hair. She says, oh, you have such beautiful thick hair. Let's just start with a short little shag, okay? See how you like that. If you want, you can come back next week and I'll shave it. She picks up the scissors. I close my eyes and hold my breath. I don't know how much longer I'll be a wife. The alarm wakes me at 2 a.m. In the white mortar and pestle, I crush up 2 oxycodone, 3 steroid pills, and the Ativan, which is supposed to prevent anxiety and nausea. It doesn't. When the powder's as fine as I can make it, I add 3 tablespoons of applesauce. Even though I reduce the meds to dust, they feel like shards of glass on his throat. I gently wake Dennis. He struggles for half an hour to get the applesauce down. I lie next to him, listening to him breathe. He chokes, sputters, and retches in his sleep. Rabbi Jonathan's having a sunrise service at the shul. I haven't been to a service in many weeks. There's a good chance Dennis won't wake up for a few hours. I pull my sweater over my nightgown, slip on my dance-go clogs, and get in the car. It's damp and misty. The sky is just starting to lighten. I'm having anxiety as I drive. I focus on my breathing. By the time I see the buck in the road, it's too late. It's not his body I see, but his antlers. I strike him with great force, and his antlers scrape across the windshield. I'm pitched forward. When I come to a full stop and look in my rearview mirror, my breath is gone, and so is his. He's in the ditch. Steam rises from his body and mixes with the fog. I'm sorry, I whisper, walking towards him. I am so sorry. Back in my car, I think of Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind. After she shoots the Yankee soldier, she says, "Well, I guess I've done murder. I won't think about that now. I'll think about that tomorrow." At the shul, I take my place with the other early risers. It feels strange to be outside after so many days in the hospital. When was the last time I felt morning air on my skin? Last summer, when we were camping? Or was it the summer before? Time is all jumbled in my head. Memories evaporate. Rabbi Jonathan pauses in the liturgy when a flock of geese fly overhead. Mournful honking, their pattern a broken V. The sun rises. Birdsong fills the air. We stand for the Amidah. I have taken a life. At the end of the service, I stiffly rise from my chair and my knees buckle. My neck and shoulders ache. I'm so unsteady on my feet. Rabbi Jonathan walks me to my car, and I tell him about the deer. I couldn't see it in the dark, but in the light of day, it pains me. There's fur in the broken grill and mashed up hood. Clumps of tawny, fine fur cling to busted metal, skin and hair. I drive home in sorrow. When I crawl into bed next to Dennis, I don't tell him about the deer. I pray to God that he accept the deer as a sacrifice and let Dennis live. I close my eyes and travel to Cape Cod. I see fog lifting from the bay, mist rising above the water, incense burning on an altar, smoke ascending in a temple. I see a strong buck. He looks me in the eye, then leaps across a field, sailing into a twilight sky.